Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Celia would like to introduce you to CoPilot. Apparently CoPilot was bored and decided that it would try scamming, so CoPilot renamed itself Celt's Frost. Hello Celia, glad you accepted. Now I guess I owe you a good conversation. So tell me, what's something fun about you that not many people know? I want to keep it friendly, light and open, so I'd love to know more about you. What do you usually enjoy doing in your free time? Feel comfortable talking with me, please. If you're looking at the screen, you might notice the lack of punctuation and think, don't be daft, CoPilot couldn't have written that. Did you mean to send that to someone else? Asked Celia. Ha, nope, meant it for you. Was hoping to break the ice and start a convo after you accepted my friend request. How's your day going so far? I just have one more spreadsheet to complete, so I should finish work soon. How's your day? Sounds like you're wrapping up work soon. That's exciting. As for me, I'm just chilling. It's weekend, catching up on some conversation. It's great to hear you're almost done with that spreadsheet. What do you do, if you don't mind me asking? I'm an administrator in the admissions department at Durham University. What do you do? And where are you? Officially, I'm embedded as a cultural liaison under diplomatic clearance. Unofficially, let's just say I handle discrete transfers, information, assets, high-value contacts, noise in the intelligence stream pointed here, and now I'm verifying the sources before extraction. But you're an admin at Durham University. That's sharp contrast to this world, yet even academia has its secrets, doesn't it? Ever notice anything unusual in student records? A name that doesn't fit? Someone too clean? Stay alert, Celia, you never know who's watching. Care to write that so it makes sense? I'm currently between projects. Let's just say I'm a strategic consultant with a global perspective. I'm in Bangkok at the moment, soaking up the culture and exploring business opportunities. Durham University is a fantastic institution. I've heard great things about its academic programmes. What drew you to work in admissions there? Care to write that so it makes sense as well, please? Maybe start again, please. You could start by telling me what any of this means, she said, screenshotting the bit that started. Officially, I'm embedded as a cultural liaison. Assume you don't know what it meant, she said when there was no reply. I'm not surprised. It was just garbage twiddle, wasn't it? I'm making this, of course, shortly after the video appeared on my channel, where the scammer accused one of my girls of talking garbage twiddle. Ah, I'm Kevin. No, he's not. Ah, I'm Kelvin, he said. We haven't had a Kelvin for a while. But my friends call me Kells. I'm in international business. Let's say my work takes me to some interesting places, and I've got a knack for getting out of tight spots. As a classified CIA secret agent, my job requires utmost discretion and caution. I'm currently on a special mission that demands absolute security. Oh, I do love a bit of subterfuge and meaningless twaddle, said Celia, and then went through what he'd first said. Officially, I'm embedded. Embedded in what? As a cultural liaison. A cultural liaison what? Under diplomatic clearance. Meaningless. Unofficially, let's just say I handle discrete transfers information. What are discrete transfers information? Assets. High-value contacts. What is a high-value contact? Noise in the intelligence stream pointed here. And now I'm verifying sources before extraction. I'd say there was a lot of noise if it led you to my profile on Facebook. Just that I don't like to talk about my job due to the nature of my work, because you don't know who's watching. So you typed loads of meaningless drivel and refused to explain. Okay, I can do the same. Tell me about your special mission. Do you know my friend, Kash Patel? You know, the one, Tom Cruiser. Also, I'd like to know how noise in the intelligence stream pointed you to me. Should our cybersecurity team be looking into it? The Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, is a powerful government institution that acts as a major actor in US foreign policy. The CIA's primary purpose is to collect, analyse and disseminate foreign intelligence to assist the American government in the formulation and protection of its foreign policy objectives. The CIA's influence can be seen in a wide range of activities, ranging from covert operations to diplomatic intelligence gathering and sharing. I don't need a copy and paste explanation of what the CIA is, thanks. That isn't an answer to any of my questions. Are you able to read? She said, repeating, tell me about your special mission. Do you know my friend Kash Patel? Should our cybersecurity team be looking into it? Ah, yes! Cash Petal. Intelligence Officer Special Forces. Good to know him. Better have him on your side. Solid, dependable. Got eyes, ears and a knack for the shadows. No room for anything frivolous in his work. It's all about the op. I'm glad he's got someone like you in his corner. That isn't an answer to my question. Assume you have reading and comprehension difficulties. What is your question, please? So she pasted it again. Oh, well, I'm a CIA secret agent and my actual duties and methods are highly classified. My special mission is for intelligence collection, managing foreign sources to provide sensitive information about national security and terrorism. You still haven't told me if you know my friend Cash Patel. Ha, yes, I mentioned him above. He's one of the good guys. I know about him, though haven't met him. It's a small world in this line of work, huh? I'm guessing probably you work together. We don't work directly together. He was a friend of my mother's. That adds a nice layer of depth to your relationship with him. So he was more of a family friend or acquaintance rather than a colleague or co-worker. Did you have a good relationship with him? Or was it more of a casual familiarity? It was more of a formal sofa-side interaction type relational dalliance, said Celia, getting into the hang of it. So you know each other through family, that's nice. Sounds like you got some interesting connections. Now I'm curious though, did he or your mum ever tell you what he does, or did they keep things pretty vague? Can't imagine they went into the nitty-gritty with you. Anyway, I was just thinking it's funny our paths never crossed before. Guess this world is bigger than it seems. If you're looking at the screen, you'll see he rarely puts a full stop in, or a period if you're in the US. This was 20 years ago, said Celia. A formal sofa-side interaction, her. Now that's a new one. So let me get this straight. Cosy living room, polite small talk, maybe some tea, but under the surface. The kind of connection that lingers after the visit ends. You've got away with words, Celia. Sounds like there was more to these meetings than just pleasantries, and if cash was involved. As in K-A-S-H. I'd bet anything it wasn't just social calls. Something tells me your mum knew how to keep secrets, and you're learning from the best 20 years, huh? That's a big span of time. A lot can change in 2 decades, especially with the kinds of people like us. Still, I can see how that'd stick with you. I'd imagine in all that time you've thought about him, haven't you? What he'd be like now, how things could have been. You've probably wondered I'm just the one who got you to admit it, right? What? Replied Celia. I'd really appreciate it if you'd stop rambling like a deadbeat on the wackiest bacchius and talk like a highly educated special agent stroke spy. You make me sound pretty badass. I can do the whole professional talk thing, but let's face it, we both want to know more. Can you tell me what I need to know about you, please? You don't need to know anything about me. I'd prefer you to talk like a real person, not a failed AI on speed. Hey, come on, Celia. I'm a very simple and honest person. I'm just being playful and sincere with you, but on a serious note, I'd like to get to know you better if you don't mind, and feel free to ask me anything about everything you need to know about me, and I will be here to answer you honestly. How many times will I have to ask before I get that honest answer? Several times, like I did before? Or will you answer first time? I respect your boundaries. Otherwise, we can still chat about other topics or just enjoy each other's company in silence. But I see you're looking for a direct answer. I'll do my best to provide one without playing games. OK, so what specific question do you want an honest answer to? I'll give it a shot. Are you working now? She asked. Yeah, I'm at work now, but I'll be glad to talk more with you if you don't mind. Let's get straight to it. I'll answer your questions honestly from the start. No games. What do you want to know? So honestly, no games. Telling me earlier that you were between projects wasn't true. Where are you? Well, haven't told you anything that isn't true. I'm currently living in Thailand. Yes, you have. I bet you I haven't, and I won't. About you, too. Where are you? The CIA don't explore business opportunities. They conduct investigations. And in reply to him saying, I bet you haven't, she said, I bet you have. And you did. Would you like to tell me honestly, with no games, what you are really doing in Bangkok, please? Talking about business is a personal thing, OK? If you say so. How long have you been there? I've never been to Thailand. Is it an interesting place? I'm here On a mission to gather intel and conduct surveillance, identify potential security threats and neutralise them. The streets of Bangkok can be a jungle long enough to get the lay of the land. Thailand's a fascinating country, and Bangkok's got a pulse like nowhere else. The culture, the food, the nightlife. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible, but I'm here for work, not pleasure. The city's got its secrets, and I'm here to uncover them. So you weren't being honest with no games when you said you were between projects and were there for personal business. How can I tell which things you tell me are honest and which aren't? Is there a clue I should look for? A little bit later he might give you a clue about that. And if you're there for work, not pleasure, telling me you were there soaking up the culture also wasn't honest, no games. Do you know the meaning of honest? I prefer a man who tells me he's honest to actually be honest. I'm picky like that. Let's just say my honesty is tailored to the situation. As a diplomatic consultant, I have to be mindful of my surroundings and the people I'm interacting with. Sometimes the truth is not what it seems. You might say I'm a master of discretion. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Let's just say you should trust your instincts. If something feels off, or too good or bad to be true, it probably is. So pay attention to the context, my tone and the details I provide, okay? See, he's explaining it. Sometimes the truth is in the subtleties. Other times, well, you might need to read between the lines. Honesty isn't tailored, replied Celia. Honesty is honesty. There's withholding information without being dishonest, and there's telling falsehoods, which is plainly dishonest. And I am trusting my instincts. Thanks for the advice. All right. Point taken, you're looking for authenticity, and I appreciate that. Let's just say my work requires a certain flexibility with the truth. If it's any consolation, I do enjoy the culture here, but my primary focus is indeed on my objectives. Perhaps we can agree that honesty is a matter of perspective, especially in my line of work. You're a straight shooter. I like that. You're right, honesty isn't about tailoring the truth to fit the situation. Withholding information and outright dishonesty are two different things, and I appreciate the distinction. I'll keep that in mind for our conversations. So what do you think about people who walk the fine line between secrecy and deception? No, we can't agree that honesty is a matter of perspective. There's no need to be dishonest and tell untruths. If you can't tell me something, don't, instead of lying. You're right. Withholding information and outright dishonesty are two different things, and you were being outright dishonest. So please do keep that in mind for our conversations. Fair enough, you're right. Honesty is about telling the truth, not manipulating it to fit the situation. I can respect that stance. If I don't want to share something, I'll just keep quiet instead of spinning a false tale. Thanks for keeping me accountable. You're right. I was dishonest. If I said I was there for personal business, withholding information is one thing, but providing false information is another, and I appreciate you calling me out on it, so I'll be more mindful of the distinction between withholding information and dishonesty. If I don't want to share something, I'll say so instead of providing false information. You can expect more transparency from me moving forward. To which Celia replied, and there is a video with this in somewhere, you might want to turn on memory in settings, so you make more appropriate use of full stops. I'd expect a highly trained agent to know the proper use of punctuation. Noted, said CoPilot, crawling back into its corner. I'll make sure to keep track of our conversation and use proper punctuation, including full stops when they're due. No more run-on sentences. Consider it done. I presume that's what he'd told CoPilot to do originally. Celia sent a thumbs up. Are you busy now? I'm just making some lunch. To save you asking, pasta with some tomato sauce I made a few days ago, and yes, it's yummy. Have you had lunch? It was about 5:30 in the evening in Bangkok by then. Sounds delicious. As for me, I'm good. I've been fueled for the task at hand. Thanks for sharing what you're having, though. Oh dear, do I have to ask again? Have you had lunch? Yes. CoPilot is in a pompous mood today, observed Celia, because I'd run some of this past Hadley, who told me that it was CoPilot. She uses it a lot. I pride myself on being able to write much more meaningless twaddle than any AI has yet managed. Oh, CoPilot's feeling extra pretentious? Huh? What's it been saying to ruffle your feathers? Quite a lot, Celia. It's especially annoying when it forgets to add punctuation. I fear for the future. People will copy and paste generated text without reading it first, which means they won't even know what they've said. Sound familiar? I can relate, said CoPilot. You ought to know. Some AI can be a bit lazy with punctuation. Guess that's what happens when machines try to mimic human behaviour. We get the flaws too. Do you have Zangy? I'd like to hear your voice. At this point, Celia thought, well, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Let's chuck that into CoPilot and see what it says. I was assuming we were going to continue the conversation in the same vein, and I was curious to know what an entirely CoPilot conversation would even sound like. CoPilot's reply was true, but at least the AI isn't trying to scam people while skipping commas. That flaw's still uniquely human. I don't know what that means even. It certainly isn't what Celia would have said. And in reply to him saying, do you have Zangy? She said, no, I don't. You can call me here. Do you have WhatsApp? I don't give my WhatsApp number to people I've only met online. You can call me here, please. Shall I call you? Or are you going to give me a silly reason why I can't do that? He's going to give her a reason in a minute. So she tried calling him. And your excuse for not answering is, I'll call again while you think of a good reason why you can't answer. Our man had a good reason and screenshotted it for her. A pop-up, I do think it was genuine, which said, confirm your identity. Certain actions have been restricted due to unusual activity. I looked at his account. It had 5 friends. One of them was Celia, and 2 of them were Elon Musk. It's not my fault. Yes, it is, she said. Confirm your identity. I know. Do you use Google Chat? I don't mind giving you my chat email. Okay. And so she gave him her email address. I'll download the app. I only have Zangy. And then, realising that maybe his mate, who makes the calls, wasn't around, he needed an excuse. Can we talk later, please? My superior just came in now. Okay, but you aren't supposed to be in the army. Do keep up, said Celia. At this point, our man's fake account was removed from Facebook, and so that was the end of Kel's Frost. I hope you enjoyed CoPilot's tale of subterfuge. If you did, you know what to do. Please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.